here back today in the practice in the studio and to touch base about the series of orders that have been coming down from the judiciary of Texas and how they're affecting the practice. So back on that topic of the day-to-day with regard to suits involving possession of children, or whether they're not in litigation now or whether they are or not, how do you interpret that order for the exchange of children when the Supreme Court and Court of Criminal Appeals have issued these guidelines allowing courts to issue new standing orders in order to address those things. So the first one was the spring break issue, as the school districts called it, an extension of spring break and nothing else. You know, does that mean that the child gets to stay at the parent's home? Hopefully all those fights have subsided, but it's the position of most courts that I practiced before, and I don't know if it's statewide yet, but it would shock me if it wasn't, that the spring break extension does not, you know, that's addressed for a public health concern, and that doesn't alter the originally published school calendar, which is what the possession schedule is based on. So the kids go home that extra spring break week. You don't get an extra week, mom and dad. And if y'all come to some agreement outside of the courts always encourage that. But, you know, flip a week here for a week in the summer or whatever, just to make sure everybody's safe. But those are agreements that, you know, need to be worked out by the parents and don't need to involve the courts, because the court's position is going to be follow the school calendar. And of course, this new wrinkle that is happening is the shelter in place, shelter at home. These orders are coming down in the larger cities, or the counties, excuse me. The largest metroplex in the state of Texas has a shelter in place order for both, and of course that's the combination of Dallas and Tarrant County, and imagine that's coming in Harris County if it hasn't happened already, and most of the surrounding counties where international travel and concentration of people are at its highest, and even smaller counties that attract large amounts of business tourism. For example, Van Zandt County with the trade days, they're, you know, again, locking that down. Social distancing is critical, especially in this time period. So how that is going to affect possession schedules, the courts have not all issued their own standing orders, but Dallas County has issued a proclamation and a ruling today that visiting the other parent is essential, and that parents should not withhold possession and access due to concerns over COVID-19. Now that may evolve into an actual standing order or not in the next 24 to 48 hours, or 7 days, who knows? It just really depends. But right now, at least the position out of Dallas County is that possession and access and trading time is an essential part of a child's life to keep them connected with the other parent. So that sharing of time needs to continue unless the parents agree on their own accord without court intervention, which is always encouraged, to, you know, hey, look, we got this CV-19 lockdown, flip a week here, I'll flip a week there, just to keep people sheltering at home for longer periods of time. So these are things to consider and think about as you're going through and adjusting to life in the next 7 to 15 days. And, you know, come on spring, because we want this thing to be over. So we're looking forward to some warmer temperatures and the end of cold and flu season. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope this information has been helpful. Probably not as positive, uplifting as I would normally like it, but right now we're in a situation where everything's pretty fluid and we're just trying to get out information. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.